The legend of Oğuz Kağan and his importance in Turkic history. If there was any man that had the historical legitimacy to claim the title the ancestor of the Turks, it would have to be Oğuz Kağan. The great dynasties of the Selçuk Sultans, Zengids, Harzemşahs, Anatolian Beyliks, Ottoman Sultans, Akkoyunlu, Karakoyunlu, Safavid Shahs, Avshars, and the Kachars all gained strength and legitimacy from being descendants of the Oğuz tribe. So who was this legendary Turkic hero, and why was he valued by the Turks? To understand the journey of the Turks in history, Oğuz Kağan's story needs to be taken as the ultimate guide. The many Turkic dynasties that were inspired by this legend claimed legitimacy of their leadership through their lineage to the Oğuz tribe. Oğuz Kağan gave the Turks their laws, their religion, and their mission on earth. Even after learning about Prophet Muhammad and Islam, this ancient Turkic mission and tradition were not changed. Oğuz Kağan is estimated to have lived anywhere between 3000 BC to 700 BC. The legend goes that he was born in the steppes of Central Asia as the son of Kara Kağan. As soon as he was born, he was able to speak. He only suckled his mother once and then asked for meat and horse milk. He grew up miraculously fast, reaching young adulthood in 40 days. During this time, there was a dragon that would hunt the people in the forest. Oğuz successfully cuts the head off this dragon, freeing his people from its torments. After this, Oğuz gains the loyalty of his people and formed a warrior band consisting of the sons of 40 Turkic beys. His growing influence among the Turkic beys gained the enmity of his Chinese stepmother, who was hoping her son would be the next great Khan. She convinced Kara Kağan that Oğuz was secretly plotting to take over his leadership. Kara Kağan decided to assassinate Oğuz at a hunting party. Oğuz, realizing the plot made against him, kills his father and becomes the next great Khan. After hearing this news, his stepmother and brother flee to China. Soon after becoming Khan, Oğuz goes by himself to the steppes and humbles himself towards Allah through praise and prayer. While praying, he notices a light coming down from the sky. This light reaches down to an extraordinarily beautiful woman standing in the light. Oğuz Kağan falls in love and marries her. He then has 3 sons whom he names Gün, Ay, and Yıldız. After some time, Oğuz Kağan goes hunting in the forest. This time he sees another mesmerizing woman inside a tree. He marries her as well and has another 3 sons, Gök, Dağ, and Deniz. After the birth of his sons, Oğuz Kağan gathers the Turkic beys in a great toy and gives these orders to them. I became your Khan. Let's all take swords and shields. Kut will be our sign. Grey Wolf will be our Uran. Our iron lances will be a forest. Kulan will walk on the hunting ground. More seas and more rivers. Sun is our flag and sky is our tent. Then he sends messengers to the kings in 4 directions with one message. I am the Khan of the Turks, and I will be the Khan of 4 corners of the earth. I want your obedience. Oğuz Kağan's message was accepted by the Altun Khan in the east, but was rejected by the Urum Khan in the west. So he gathered his warriors and marched towards the west. A grey wolf accompanied Oğuz Kağan on his march. The wolf taught him the tactics and ways of the pack. With the strategic guidance of the grey wolf, Oğuz Kağan destroyed the army of Urum Khan near the Volga River. Oğuz Kağan and his sons continued their mission for world conquest, taking control of the Caucasus, Central Asia, India, Persia, Egypt, and Syria, thus completing his promise of becoming the Khan of the four corners of the earth. Towards the end of his life, Oğuz sees a dream. Inspired by this dream, he gathers his sons and instructs the elder sons to go east and find the golden bow. Then he instructs his younger sons to travel west and find 3 silver bows. After this, his elder sons became known as the Bozoks, while his younger sons became the Uchoks. Then he gathers a final toy and passed on these final words. My sons, I walked a lot. I saw many battles. I threw so many arrows and lances. I rode many horses. I made my enemies cry. I made my friends smile. I paid my debt to Allah. Now I am giving my land to you. Islamic teachings state that every civilization was sent a prophet to guide them to the truth. The Turks around the year 1000 believed Oğuz Kağan to be the prophet sent to the Turks, and this belief was no doubt a motivating factor for their swift transition to Islam. Oğuz Kağan's laws were only reinforced by the Islamic laws. There was little to no contradiction. The Islamic world during that time was going through a leadership crisis. Islamic expansion that had begun after the death of the Prophet Muhammad had come to a halt. Muslims were fighting each other over sects and ideologies. The newly converted Oğuz Turks had little interest in these ideological disputes. They wanted to resume the early simple mission of taking the message of Islam to all corners of the earth, and it couldn't have happened at a better time. By combining their traditions passed down by Oğuz Kağan with the message of Islam and the final Prophet Muhammad, the Turks became the natural and accepted leaders of the Islamic world, and the Islamic conquests that stopped with the Umayyads continued from where it left off, first with the Seljuks, then finally the Ottoman Empire.